Welcome to Topstep Funded Trader Interview. I'm Eddie Horn, and today we've got Emmanuel. Emmanuel, one of our traders, been with the program here for a bit, had failed an account, got back up on the horse, and is funded once again. But before we get to Emmanuel, remember, have your pencil sharpened, have ink in your pen, because taking notes will benefit you. I'd like to welcome Emmanuel. How are you?
Very well, thank you, Eddie.
Very nice to have you here with us today. And hey, props to you. Respect for coming back from a lost funded account and just putting things together, coming back, getting it back, and then having that funded account back on your desk again.
That's right. That's right. As of a week ago.
Good. Cool. Now, Emmanuel, tell us about yourself.
Emmanuel Erskine, my name, and I was a small business owner. I say was because I have sort of decided that I want to trade full time. So I'm sort of veering away from my business. I really enjoy trading with a passion. I'm 55 years old. I have two little kids, and of course my wife is also a Topstep trader.
Really?
Yeah, she's a Topstep trader, and she's my partner in crime. This is she's a real estate appraiser, but the dream is trading. We really love it that much.
Fantastic. Now, how did you get interested in trading?
A long time ago, when I was about 30, I worked for a bank as a broker representative. As you know, a broker representative in a bank just means that you are fulfilling orders for other customers. However, having taken the securities course, I started dabbling in the market a little bit without any success. About 5 years ago, I started looking around. I came across a couple of really good platforms that taught trading or at least helped us understand trading. I got an opportunity to learn and understand candlesticks. But again, I wasn't there. I still couldn't find my way to I didn't even know what the futures market was at the time. Eventually, I gave up for a little while. My wife, though, got pregnant and started scalping. When she started scalping, she would call me and discuss, opportunities with me. And I just started feeling hooked again. This is what brought me back in. Did some research on YouTube, and here I am. 5 years later, doing trading as a futures trader.
Back at it again. Itching for it. Good. Now, what are you trading now and why?
I trade NQ. NQ because NQ will give you what you're looking for in a hurry, but it requires a lot more discipline as well because it'll also take you out in a hurry. I traded ES and YM. ES taught me how to be patient.
Right.
YM, YM is nice to trade, but I really liked it. But I preferred NQ just because of the speed at which it moved. And of course, you can do a lot more with NQ with one contract, and you would require 3 contracts on YM to do the same thing. So
right, those markets, you can almost superimpose them over each other,
right.
And they all move the same direction.
Right.
We used to call those the three sisters, and S&P was like the little sister tagging along, and we use that. But how about indicators? Now, we all got indicators. A lot of us use the same indicators, but see different things. What indicators are you using? Are you using indicators?
I don't use any indicators.
None, huh?
No.
What's your process?
My process is, how I was taught was you either take a trade at resistance, so you're actually selling at what you have identified as resistance, or you're buying at what you have identified as support. Try not to trade in between. Be patient enough for it to go to the bottom or be patient enough to wait for it to go to the top. Other process is I'll draw some channels, and channels with the, whether they're going down or they're going up, and I wait for the break of channel. If I wait for a break and close of a channel, then I will either take the long or I'll take the short. So I've kept it very, very simple. Yeah, so far it has been successful.
Now, you had a funded account with us prior,
right?
And that was busted. What happened with that first funded account?
What we were taught is that if you are anxious for the money, you are going to be anxious. You're going to be desperate to make the money. Topstep is designed so brilliantly that if you are anxious to finish the combine, you'll actually take a lot longer to finish the combine. It was loading up on contracts because you get desperate and you get greedy. Even though the market has given you what you need, you always want more because you're trying to finish the combine in a hurry. And when you do that, you also lose focus. And when it goes against you, when you got 5 contracts on and it goes against you, you get busted really quick. Within 2 or 3, shots, you're done.
Right.
When I first got my funded account, I was very, very anxious to make money. I really was. And when I blew it within that same day, I was in so much shock. It happened so quickly. Let's hope this time around I can keep it a lot longer.
Oh, let's hope so. Well, it makes sense. Haste makes waste.
That's right.
Slow and steady wins this race.
That's right.
And you can't be looking at the money. You got to look at the wins, and eventually you'll get there, and eventually you'll get your payout. Right. So well said. And I hope, like I said, taking notes. I hope those that are listening have taken that note and will take that to heart, because that is really what happens. Now, what qualities do you think, Emmanuel, makes a good trader?
Patience is number one. I mean, without patience, you got nothing. You have to wait for the trade. You don't get anxious to get in. And after we've, blown all our shots, the trade actually shows up. And when the trade shows up, you can actually see, you can feel it. This is the trade. But sometimes we get anxious because, there's something going on at the back of your mind. You want to get somewhere quickly, or you want the money quickly, or, you've been staying up all night just trying to figure out what you're going to do. And then you turn your computer on, all your rules go out the window.
Yeah.
And you can't even, there's a lot, especially with NQ, there are a lot of fake outs. You think this is it, and you realize, no, this is not it. But by the time you realize this is not it, it's too late. So
it's too late,
right? Awareness is the next big one. Be very aware of what you are thinking all the time, because you might not realize that you're not thinking at all. What might be going through your mind and what you're doing are two completely different things. So patience, awareness, and a little bit more confidence. Sometimes you just have to be confident to take the trade. Fear is what inhibits this confidence. If you are not loading up on contracts, it'll help the fear. Go in one at a time. Keep the fear at bay. Keep your losses, your stop loss. You might have to keep it tight till you know that you are sure of the movement.
Right. Building that confidence, that's that's work in itself. Day to day, from good days to bad days, and just keeping your head above water. Very good. Very well said. Emmanuel, has Topstep made you a better trader?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, as I mentioned, and I've mentioned to many of your colleagues when I call in, it's just brilliantly designed. It is designed to help you find you, to tackle the psychology. Trading, anybody can make money at trading, but the psychology behind being able to keep the money is a completely different ballgame. You can make the money, but keeping the money is where the trading is done. Being able to keep that money and being able to know when enough is enough, because greed is very powerful. And you might not realize that it's greed that you want more. You always want more.
Right.
You think tomorrow will never come for some reason.
Well, you know what? You said it. I mean, greed is the root of all evil, especially in trading. You've got to leave that outside. You can't have that anywhere near your trading. And, too many traders don't realize that it sneaks up on them. I mean, we're all human. We all want more. And when there's an opportunity, we want even more than that. So, I mean, that's a big killer, having that greed factor sitting next to you as you trade. So, once again, well said, Emmanuel. Let me ask you this: what was the one Topstep rule that helped you most?
The scaling plan.
Okay.
And the daily loss limit.
Yeah, daily loss limit. That'll keep you in the game. A lot of traders, they don't like that. They hate that rule, but of course we all hate it, but it's going to keep you in the game. It's not going to wipe out your account. Emmanuel, I really appreciate you coming on here and sharing your journey with other traders. But before we go, I usually have that fun question I like to ask. And the question for you, my friend: what's the most beautiful place you've ever been?
There is a place in the Bahamas that it's right in Bahamas. It was just a place that we had rented. I think what made it beautiful is because I was there with my family, and we rented a place right on the beach. A stone throw from the beach, and I just have a lot of lovely memories about that.
Fantastic.
But I'm from Ghana, West Africa.
Oh, okay.
I have there are just a lot of beautiful places there that
I would imagine.
Beautiful, beautiful places there.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us. Emmanuel, thanks for being with us. Any last words here?
I just like to say that, first of all, Topstep is an incredible program, and I wish people to understand how it can help them, become better traders. It's very difficult, and it can be very, very taxing on the mind, on the emotions and all that. But if we can learn to sort of, overcome, drawdowns, pick ourselves up and come back strong the following day, you will find that you actually do get better every time you come back. You really do get better. So I just hope that people will be patient and go through the process.
Fantastic. Once again, Emmanuel, thank you very much. Also, I'd like to thank those that are taking notes and listening and getting some of the shared knowledge from our good friend Emmanuel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. And once again, thank you, Emmanuel. Until we meet again, I'm Eddie Horn. Stay focused, stay positive, trade well, take care.